Imagine being diagnosed with a life-altering medical condition where you've exhausted every treatment resource available. Wouldn't you try just about anything to manage that condition? I recently came across a 2012 study conducted by the Public Health Institute in Sacramento, California, published by the National Center for Biotechnology Information. The study found that 92% of medical marijuana patients in California reported that medical marijuana alleviated the symptoms of their serious medical condition. In recent years, the use of medical marijuana has become more widespread. On May 30th, 2013, the New England Journal of Medicine published a study on their website conducted by Dr. Jonathan Adler. Adler polled 1,500 medical professionals from 72 different countries about their opinion of the use of medical marijuana. Nearly 8 out of 10 of these doctors were in favor of medical marijuana for medicinal purposes. Now, we are all affected in some way by the increasing use and support of medical marijuana. I personally suffer from migraines and have found no medication that helps me. I'm here today at the Chief Stop, the new dispensary in town, to learn more about medical marijuana. From here, I can see a doctor, dispensary worker, politician, and student protester. In order to better understand medical marijuana, we will hear the perspectives of these individuals who are affected by the medical marijuana industry. Surely they will share their knowledge about this controversial topic. First, we'll learn about what medical marijuana is, then the overall benefits of medical marijuana and its industry. Lastly, we'll learn about the side effects, legality, and moral opposition. Let's go talk to that doctor and learn the basics. Hi, Dr. Ball.
Hi, Robin. How are you today?
I'm good. Can you tell me what medical marijuana is?
Yeah, I'd be happy to tell you what medical marijuana is. According to the official definition on the National Institute of Drug Abuse's website, last published in July 2015, medical marijuana is the using the whole plant or its extracts to fight disease. Now, one thing you need to know about medical marijuana in the plant itself is the plant contains 2 chemicals. One chemical is called delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, and we'll just call that THC since it's such a long name.
That's much simpler.
I figured it would be easier to follow that way. Then the other one is cannabidiol, which is CBD. Now, the difference between those 2 chemicals is THC gives you that whoa kind of chill feeling.
Okay. Okay.
And then the CBD is what is actually helping the patient.
The pain relief.
So the pain relief part, that's a good observation, yes. Now, I'm glad you stopped in to the Chief Stop here today because we just opened in June. In fact, you may have seen the article that was published on the newsgazette.com by Deborah Pressing. It was titled Marijuana Dispensary Opening Labor Day. I think it was June 23rd, 2016 is when she posted that.
That's actually why I'm here.
Well, great. Well, one thing is that we have to offer that makes us unique from the other dispensaries is that we have different kinds of medical marijuana available.
Really?
You have a topical here.
Huh.
You can take pill form. And then there's the original natural stuff.
The good stuff.
That's right, the good stuff, like my friend here, Reefer, has to,
Take a smell. Smells good, doesn't it?
pretty perfect, isn't it?
That's very nice.
Now, if you have any lung problems, you probably don't want to take this, but I will say that this particular strain is good for cat scratch fever. What questions do you have?
Well, since you explained what medical marijuana is, I'd really like to learn more about the medical and economic benefits of it.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you about the medical benefits of it. Reefer here is going to tell you about the economic benefits of it. So, according to Aaron E. Carroll in his article on the New York Times, How Medical is marijuana, he references a study that was done by the Journal of the American Medical Association, also known as JAMA. And JAMA cited a study that was done where 40% of it alleviated nausea and vomiting that was a result of chemotherapy in 40% of the patients. That study also cited that it reduced the pain rating by half a point on a 10-point scale.
Wow.
And the third item that he pointed out in the study was that it reduced the spasticity, that's a very difficult word to say, in MS and paraplegia patients.
Okay.
So there's another interesting study that Maria Cilio, Elizabeth Thiel, and Oren Davinsky mentioned in their May 2014 edition of Epilepsia, the case for assessing cannabidiol in epilepsy. They took a trial of 19 parents whose children had epilepsy, or they suffered from seizures. In that study, 53% of the parents found that 83% of the seizures reduced by 83% in their children. That's pretty incredible, isn't it?
That's a crazy number.
Yes, it is. So there you go. You have the, kind of gave you some idea of what medical marijuana is and some health benefits. Now you said that you want to understand the economic benefits of it as well.
Yeah, Reefer.
Well, Reefer here he's got his, which, that stands for Master of Weed Economics degree.
Wow.
It's pretty equitable to Harvard.
It's basically the top degree.
There you
That
go.
sounds very prestigious. Can you tell me more about the medical marijuana industry?
Yeah, of course. My coworker and colleague said, I'm Reefer, and I work here at the Chief Stop, the best place in town. And we're just we're just opening, getting things rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And anyways, a little bit about me. I'm from Colorado. I was born and raised, and I came here because of football, because I love sports, and so I was doing a little traveling and stuff like that. And so, anyways, to my main point is the reason I support medical marijuana, and that is because it helps our economy in many different ways. It creates a lot of jobs for me and my friend here, and also all the health benefits that Lance talked about earlier. So, getting to my first main point, and the main reason that it's become debatable across the country is that it helps our economy. So back when I was in Colorado,
That's really important right now.
it is. So back when I was in Colorado, marijuana sales totaled about $996 million,
Wow.
which is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It is. So what is up 42% from the $699 million that it was in 2014.
I didn't know that.
Learn something new every day. So that's according to John Tate in the article Medical Marijuana Industry, which was projected in the top $40 billion, and that was published on March 21st, 2016. So anyways, Colorado also wound up netting $135 million in tax and licensing revenue from sale of medical marijuana. And that's enough information for the day. I mean, you're getting into this.
That's a lot of interesting information, especially with the taxation. I've learned a lot about the medical and economic benefits of marijuana,
I'm glad you did.
but I wonder if any negative side effects exist. I wonder if there's any moral opposition. Mr. Tristan, you're a senator, right? Can you tell me anything that I should know about medical marijuana?
Well, although 24 states have approved the use of medical marijuana, the FDA has not. The FDA has not found any reliable research performed in a clinically controlled environment that suggests the use of medical marijuana is good.
Seriously?
the FDA's frequently asked questions on legalization of medical marijuana page, which was last updated in 2015, they are aware that many states have passed it, but they suggest that potential users wait until research has been done to see the efficacy of the drug. This is because many of the side effects are serious and fatal, and are often unpredictable and unintended.
Really?
Yeah, he's completely right. That makes complete sense because the Foundation for a Drug-Free World, a non-profit organization that educates the adults and youth on the various effects of marijuana, published in 2006 and up to date this year, clearly states that marijuana causes anxiety. I'm a college student, obviously, and you can pretty much know I go through enough anxiety as it is, and I don't need any more of that in my life.
You know what, bro? I think that you should get some of this because you really need to chill.
See, man, I don't need any of that stuff, man. You gotta let me get to my point. The Foundation also states that marijuana causes poor coordination and sensory distortion. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know why anybody would want to be in a situation where they don't even have any control of their own body. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. The Foundation also states how marijuana causes an increased heart rate, which puts the user at risk at a decreased chance of getting a heart attack. Now, do you not value your life enough, or what?
I mean, I definitely value my life. Those are some really important points. But why are you so against medical marijuana?
Because simply, and everybody knows this, marijuana causes more harm than good. Like, if you just think about it, it's not good. My good friend Jonathan Miller over at the Huffington Post wrote an article back in 2012 on the moral case for legalizing marijuana, and he writes about how he lost a loved one due to smoking.
A young man, that's why they make other forms of medical marijuana now.
See, to me, in my eyes, it's all the same. Marijuana is marijuana, no matter what form it is, it's bad for you. Just the thought of people wanting to bring a substance like that into a neighborhood where there's children and people going to school, growing up, trying to learn, just the thought of that disgusts me. I feel like that shouldn't even be near a friendly community.
And that's why the federal government hasn't been alleviated.
You both have shared a lot of important information about the moral opposition, legality, and negative effects of marijuana. As I think about it, I learned a lot today. First, I learned about the medical effects and the economic effects. Then, I learned about the legality and side effects. And finally, I learned about the moral opposition. Now that we've rolled up this information, we can all make an educated decision about the pros and cons of medical marijuana.